Hey everybody, Dallas again with Chaos Fragrances. Today we're back with another fragrance review. This time we're going to be taking a look at a fragrance from Dolce & Gabbana. This is one of the light blue flankers. This one is called Light Blue Swimming in Lipari. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you how this one smells, how it performs when you can wear it, how it compares to some of the other versions like Light Blue Intense, other stuff like that. So if that sounds interesting to you, let's go and get started. When you first spray this one on, what you get in the opening is this nice grapefruit and aquatic, salty marine type of smell. The grapefruit is nice and sparkling and bright. It's a nice citrus pop in the opening. There's some ambroxan or ambergris, and then a little bit of sea salt, which gives it that kind of aquatic, salty type of smell. You can tell right away that this one is an aquatic, salty scent. This is perfect for those of you out there who like that type of thing. For me personally, I'm a big fan of fragrances like that with a nice marine, salty, aquatic, ambergris mixture of notes. I'm a huge fan of fragrances like that, so when I saw the note breakdown on this one, I knew I had to pick it up. The citrus comes across very nice in the opening, mainly grapefruit like I said. There is orange listed as a note, but I don't really pick up on that too much. Mostly what I get in terms of citrus is the grapefruit. There is a good amount of ambroxan, but it doesn't come across too stanky or anything like that. Sometimes ambroxan heavy fragrances aren't going to be for everyone. They aren't going to be the most mass-pleasing things out there. In this one though, it comes across very nice, very clean, and a little bit sweet as well. And then of course the sea salt, which gives it a nice marine aquatic smell, and that kind of brings it back around to Light Blue Eau Intense, and the original Light Blue kind of keeps it in that same type of scent. In the dry down, the sea salt and the ambroxan is still present. It is still there and kicking pretty strong. There is a little bit of a musky undertone and a little bit of a woodiness that starts to come in the dry down as well. But for the most part, this fragrance stays pretty much the same throughout. You get that nice grapefruit pop in the opening, which dies out, and then you're pretty much left with the ambroxan, the sea salt, and some musk throughout the rest of the fragrance. So it does change a little bit. It doesn't change a whole lot. For the most part, it's pretty linear. If you look at the Fragrantica reviews on this one, you'll see that not everyone's a fan of it. There are some reviews where people say they love the scent and it smells fantastic to them. There are some people who say that they aren't the biggest fan of it and it's not really for them. And I do think it is because of that very heavy sea salt and ambroxan mix. That type of scent is not going to be for everyone. This is for those of you who really like the aquatic marine scents. This is even more marine and aquatic than Light Blue and Light Blue Eau Intense is, in my opinion anyways. Those two have a little bit more of a mass appeal and something that's a little bit more just likable in general to a lot of other people. This one, like I said, this takes someone who really likes that salty marine smell. And, you know, like I said, not everyone's going to be a fan of that type of scent. Not everyone's going to want to smell like that. For me personally, though, I'm a huge fan of it. I love fragrances like that. And so this one's a winner for me. From what I've seen, this one gets overlooked a lot in terms of the other light blue flankers like Light Blue Living in Stromboli, and there's a few other ones as well. This one you really don't hear talked about all that often, which again I can kind of see why, because of that marine quality that it has that's very prominent throughout the entire life of the fragrance. It's not going to be for everyone, but I do think more people should check this one out because in my opinion it's pretty underrated, and I think a lot of people would end up really liking this one if they tried it because it is really solid stuff, especially for the price. Now technically this is discontinued, and from my knowledge all of the flankers like this are discontinued. So Living in Stromboli and Swimming in Lipari, all of those different ones from what I understand are discontinued. They are still really easy to pick up online. You can still get them on FragranceNet and stuff like that for around $40, which is really solid, but they are technically discontinued. There's just a lot of them out there. So if you do want to pick this up, do that sometime soon. Don't wait too long because I don't know how many of them are actually out there. And once it gets really hard to find, the prices are probably going to go up quite a bit. So when can you best wear Light Blue Swimming in Lipari? This is a really good summer casual scent. So if you're wearing shorts and like a white t-shirt, you're just going out doing whatever you want to do in the summertime, that's what this one suits best. To me, it really smells like a nice white crisp t-shirt. And you're just going out doing any sort of errands or whatever you may want to be doing in the summertime. Also, it could be a good beach scent. So if you're on vacation somewhere, you're going to the beach, you want to pick out a fragrance that's going to be suitable for that type of environment, something that's going to smell like you're on the beach. this one would be a great one for that as well. It'll be something that you can wear and make memories with it, and every time you smell this, it'll remind you of being on the beach. So any sort of situations like that, this fragrance would work really well for. Just summertime in general, mostly casual though. It doesn't really smell dressed up or formal, but just about any situation for the most part in summertime, this one's gonna work. Of course, it'll work in spring as well, but in my opinion, more of just a summer scent. It just smells more like a summery fragrance to me. Definitely worth trying to find yourself a sample of it before you buy it, just in case you don't like that really prominent marine and salty smell that it has. If you want to learn how to sell samples of your own fragrances, you can check out my course down below or head on over to chaosfragrances.com. I teach you the whole process on how you can decant and sell them to people so that way you can make your money back and invest that into buying more fragrances down the road. Let's go and touch on performance. The performance on this is just okay. It's not awful, but it's also not really anything to write home about. Longevity, I'm talking about 6 hours. So that's decent, like I said. Just pretty much right there in the middle, about 6 hours longevity on my skin. Projection, not really the best either. Pushes out just a little bit within maybe the first hour that you spray it on, but it starts to die down and sit close to your skin pretty quickly after that. Nothing crazy, nothing to write home about. It's okay. It gets the job done for most situations. You probably will have to reapply throughout the workday if you're choosing to wear it to work, or whatever the case may be. If you're wearing it out, at some point you're probably going to have to reapply if you're trying to make it through the whole day. But that's one of the reasons why I'm saying this would be a good casual scent or a good beach scent or something like that. If you just have a few errands to run in the summer, you can grab this one on, spray it on, and you'll be good to go for a few hours, like I said. Or again, if you're going to the beach, you can just throw the whole bottle in your beach bag, spray it on however much you need, and you'll be set. It is on the more affordable side to where you can get away with going with a few extra sprays. It's not what I would consider a cheapie because it is around that $40 range for like a 125 ml bottle, which is this one. So definitely not necessarily cheap, but it's not really breaking the bank either. So you can be okay with going a little bit liberally on your sprays and you'll be fine. Compliment factor on this one will be good as well. My girlfriend really likes this scent on me, and it surprised me a lot. I wasn't really sure if she's going to like it or not, but she is a fan of these saltier aquatic type of fragrances. So she's a big fan of this one. And when it comes down to whether or not you'll get compliments with it or if people around you will like it, really just depends on the people. Not everyone's going to like this type of scent. Some people like sweet fragrances, some people like fresh and clean fragrances. It really just depends. I personally would say in general, this is going to be pretty well received by most people. I really don't think too many people are going to say that it smells bad on you or are going to dislike it. Just because it does smell pretty pleasant for the most part. It does have a little bit of a generic cologne-y type of smell mixing with that sea salt aquatic smell that it has. So it is pretty mass appealing for the most part. Personally, I don't care if people around me like this one or not. I really enjoy the scent myself, so I'm going to wear it just because I want to. Definitely worth checking this one out in my opinion. It's a great scent. I'm not sure if I like it more than Light Blue Oh Intense. I really enjoy both of them. I really enjoy the original Light Blue as well. I really like all of them. They all smell really good. This is something that I'll reach for though when I want something more for myself. In terms of how this compares to Light Blue Oh Intense, it is still in that same type of scent DNA, that nice aquatic fresh scent, but basically it takes Light Blue Oh Intense and just amps up the saltiness even more. And I actually did a full video on this already on my channel about 10 months ago, 11 months ago, I think. You can check it out where I compared this with Light Blue Oh Intense. But to sum it up quickly in this video, basically takes that aquatic and salty notes from Light Blue Oh Intense and amps it up. So if you really like Light Blue Oh Intense, but you wish that it was a little bit more aquatic, a little bit more marine smelling, you're going to want to check this one out, and that's going to do it for you. Touching on price, like I talked about earlier, around $40 for a 125 ml bottle. I'm pretty sure that's what they are. This one's a 125 ml bottle, and it's a tester, so it does come with a cap. The top is white, as you can see, and it just comes in a plain white box. So that's about what I got mine for, around the $40 price point, which is pretty solid in my opinion. Like I said, it is technically discontinued, so if you're going to want to pick up a bottle, now's the time to do it, because once it does get hard to find, prices are going to get jacked up, probably around $80, $90, so pretty much at the retail price, maybe even more than that, and you're going to see them on eBay for ridiculous prices like that. So you might as well get it for a decent price now before it's too late. So guys, that is going to do it for this review. That is my thoughts on light blue swimming in Lipari. If you guys have tried this fragrance, let me know what you think of it down below. So that's going to do, guys. So if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to leave a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss when I post. And that's it for me, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.